relics.
Lieutenant Naira Savage.
I am Medical Fly.
Sergeant Colin Steiner. Name's Ruby Aru.
Holy moly! Ahead at 12 o'clock.
More to the right.
Back it up.
Left! I said left! Hang in there.
It's over.
All right, so let's play this before. Yeah, please don't. If this patch crashes, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to throw you directly underneath the bus. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is here at SHIRO. But yeah, well, before we begin, let's show off some of the cool. Also, I cannot see the stream anymore, so I don't know actually. That hopefully still see the chat. Oh yeah, it doesn't matter because you don't see the chat anymore, the video anymore. Just want to see the views and stuff. Give me a sec, guys. Yeah, I just want to show off the controls real quick.
No, it's not bundled together with translation.
There we go. Okay, I just want to perfectly time it so I can see all the stuff. All right, so I want to show off the controls real quick. At Control A, B, C, and then of course D, which is the twin sticks with this amazing art by was Lackware or Danthrax? Can't remember which one of you guys did that.
Did what now? Sorry.
The art for the twin sticks.
Oh, the graphic? Yeah, that was all Dan.
Yeah, I drew that. I took a photo of a twin stick controller and I started out tracing over it in MS Paint. The whole thing was drawn in MS Paint, but using the color palette that is found on this screen, so we wouldn't have to hack the color palette to change it. So it uses the same color palette as like those controllers on type A through C. Exactly.
And you know what? Speaking of twin sticks, look what we're playing with today, baby. Yeah, we're not going to wimp out on you. We're playing with the twin sticks today. Going to be authentic. Going to show off what it can do. So that's the control style we're going with tonight. So I know people
are... for you today either.
What?
No torture for you today either.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They fixed there's an issue with it before where it would lock on. And it would just keep locking onto the boss, and I could not hit. There's a certain boss I'll show off late. Oh, oops! I need a little bit of difficulty. I know that's sacrilege, but I want to get through this game. Not that I'm not bad, but it's one thing playing the game, streaming it, and then playing it by myself. But yeah, it would lock on to the boss, and it would one of the bosses would be hard to play. But why don't we introduce Kina before we start though? Kina Dibiase. Kina Dibiase, whatever her name is.
What did Pudgy Bunny teach us? Dibiase is right?
Dibiase, I think.
Dibiase, right?
Dibiase. Do you want to introduce this character?
Yeah, Dibiase, and it's voiced by CrouchingMouse. So CrouchingMouse.
Ooh, we're all having talking issues today. But yeah,
CrouchingMouse. I'm glad to see she's back in another game.
Do you remember what your entry point to this project was? Like how you found out about it and all that?
I think somebody messaged me and was like, "Hey, I know you did like the narration for the Soccer Wars trailer, and we need like people to audition for this project." And I was like, "Oh yeah, that sounds really cool. I'd love to."
That was probably me because I was working on Soccer Wars with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't remember. It was so earlier this year.
Yeah, this is the longest we've gone between recording and showing a Navigator by a long shot. I don't even remember when it was, but it was before Cologne Steiner.
Probably June or July, I think.
I think it was July.
Yeah, so it's been a while. This is not super fresh in our minds, although we have been testing, for what it's worth, we've been testing this game so much this last week, and Kina, because she's super powered, is by far the easiest character to test the game with, because she makes your weapons charge up faster, basically. So we've been using her all week.
And you get unlimited ammo, too. So yeah, she's awesome.
Awesome.
Wait, what do you mean unlimited ammo?
When you're in robot mode and you get like the flamethrower or you get napalm or the Bezier blaster, your ammo doesn't deplete. It's unlimited with
Snap.
Kina.
Wow, this just made this game easier.
Unlimited pew pews.
Yes.
Exactly. So what is the character's like history? What is her origins? Like, is it where you run into her? She definitely has a way different design in the cockpit than any other navigators.
So, like the rest of the story in this game, you only get a little glimpse of it, and what little else there is found in the manual. But she's this mysterious secret character that you unlock after you've unlocked all of the other navigators.
And yeah, you can't even get her. She's not even available. She's in stage 7 right at the very beginning when you start, but she's not. The door isn't open for you to get her until you've unlocked all 6 other navigators. So you have to play through the game at least 6 times, and then on your 7th playthrough at the very end in stage 7, she'll be there.
Yeah, and they just give you little vague glimpses that sort of paint the picture of a child who, like, there's something up with her. Like, she's been used for experiments. I think this is sort of a trope in older anime to have this sort of like wonder child who, like, the evil villainous organization is exploiting for some like awesome power that they hold. So she's like a little odd, and like when you're idling, she'll say random, like, one of her lines that she says when you idle is like, "Oh, my head." You don't really know what's going on, but you get the idea that like she's been subject to experiments or something. So it's a little dark, but she's still like a kid at heart. So she's like, there are moments where she's like lighthearted and fun. So it was a tough character to get like the right balance of elements. I think this was probably one of the hardest, maybe the hardest character to cast. It's also just hard to get adults to play a kid convincingly, or to do it in a way that isn't just annoying. And I think CrouchingMouse was exactly what we were looking for. It was just, it had been a while since I had used Kina until this past week when we were doing lots of heavy testing. And like the first time I used Kina in a while, I was like, God, I'm so happy with how this came out.
Yeah, she did great. Thank you again for...
Yes, thank you. You killed it.
Yeah, for your performance. CrouchingMouse is great.
Thank you guys for having me. I'm super honored to have been chosen. Like, I kind of do voice work as just like a fun thing. Like, I'd love to like try to get into it professionally someday, but just like having my voice in a video game is kind of like a dream come true. So this is just really cool to do.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it definitely is one of the most mysterious characters and a very interesting role to play, because it definitely, compared to the other characters, it seemed like a very easy role to like sort of get down. And maybe if that makes sense, like it seems like a difficult role, like I said, with the child aspect of it and having a bit of a lower voice than compared to the rest of them. It's very interesting and very difficult, and did a really great job on this.
Yeah, I think if the character were super young, like 8, I think it would have been like even harder. Where she's 12 in this, so like you can sort of get away with having a slightly more grown-up sounding voice, and I think it's just like there's a little more flexibility there. But yeah, I'm just really happy with all of like the balance of elements. It feels like I believe it when I hear it. It's not annoying. This is a character that I never liked playing as before, and now I do, which is like
feels like a victory for the localization, I guess.
Yeah.
You know who she kind of reminds me of is the voice kind of reminds me of I think of this character Kari from Digimon, the dub voice of that. I think that's the right one, right? The Ty's brother.
Yeah, she has like kind of orange brown hair.
Just the voice in general reminds me of that. I just thought it was kind of cool. I don't know if maybe
it's definitely flattering to be told that my little girl voice isn't annoying. It's very good to hear.
It's really good though. I like it.
High praise indeed. Right? You were not annoying.
Yeah, I think it helped that you went for like a more subdued performance. Didn't make it too annoying.
Which makes sense because I mean the character is kind of. I mean, she's clearly been through a lot because she's been abducted, kidnapped by the bad guys, and they've done some kind of experiments on her, which given her they've given her the special powers of unlimited ammo and whatnot. So, and it's kind of inferred that maybe she has some kind of psychic power, I feel like. So she's been through a lot, whatever they did to her. So it kind of makes sense that she would be sort of sullen, and a little withdrawn, in her performance. So I think it works great.
Yeah, and it's really, and I just want to speak on the control screen. I really like this implementation where you said the lock-on is the same as the navigator call, which I think is very
Which is
useful.
What it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
That's supposed to be that way. And there was just kind of a little bug in the initial implementation of the twin stick controls, where those two actions were unlinked, and they're supposed to be linked. And I think Knight of Dragon, who of course did our twin stick implementation for us, didn't realize that at first as he was playing around with the code, and we had to tell him, oh hey, those are supposed to both happen at the same time with the same button press. So now it's working.
Yeah,
as intended.
Yeah, I also want to actually come to my favorite voice line that CrouchingMouse did, is that "get out of here" with the character.
I know, I love that too.
That's the famous. Get out of here.
When you're about to kill a boss, she's like, "Get out of here!" And I that just pops into my head randomly for applicable situations throughout the day. So yeah, that was a great delivery.
Thank you. It was so funny to just have this little girl just like.
Yeah, definitely.
That's where I feel like the childlike quality still comes out without being this over-the-top caricature. And it's really hard to do. I think I've never tried.
Yeah, no, it definitely is hard.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what I was going for.
Do you remember anything about the session being particularly hard or just like weird?
I mean, not weird. I'd say like it was the first time I'd ever done a session like that. Usually if I do some kind of voice acting, I just read the lines and I do my own takes. But yeah, doing it live with other people was definitely different for me. I think the hardest part was probably like there was a couple lines where you were giving me some directions that I was just like trying to get it, and I was like, oh, I really want to get this right. I can't remember exactly what they were though.
It's hard sometimes when you have an idea in your head. Like I think what I learned throughout this project was like trying to describe a delivery is often a waste of time, and the better way to do it is to try and imitate what's in your head yourself to the actor, and just hope that you do. I mean, obviously, I don't sound like a little 12-year-old girl, but like if I can at least get the intonation right, that probably is an easier way to illustrate what I'm looking for than to be like, can you sound like more incensed? No,
it definitely helped when you kind of gave me your takes like that.
Like my own impressions.
Yeah.
Go straight.
Yeah. Did you have a favorite line, CrouchingMouse, that you, like is memorable to you that you did from the session, or I don't know if he has asked that yet or not? Sorry.
Oh, I was actually just thinking, like, I also like get out of here.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
And I also really like doing the little girl voice at the very end, in the ending, just because it was really fun to be an excitable child.
Ricky's is saying you sound like a Chibiusa in the old dub of Sailor
Ooh,
Moon.
I hear it.
Oh man, I watched that dub as a kid, but I can't remember what she sounds like. But
I remember she was really into pancakes in the dub, which was probably not pancakes in Japan.
No, probably not.
I mean, she did carry around a gun, so it probably is something else.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't know that? Like in the movie, she like it's famous. She points the gun at her head. It's like a fake gun, but it's like you need to get your crap together. I forgot what her name is in the I know it's Sabrina in the dub. I forgot what her real name is in the sub. Usagi. Oh yeah, Usagi. That's it.
Yeah.
It's been I need to rewatch that one. I started doing the Viz dub. But I was like, I'm gonna watch it another time, but I just never got back to it, so it's something I need to do. But I know a lot of people
I was just gonna say, I think the most common comparison that I've seen on like Japanese message boards talking about this game is does anyone know the show Nadeshiko?
No,
From
sadly.
the 90s. It was like a
Never
90s
heard of it.
anime. Martian
Heard of it,
successor
but
Nadeshiko.
Never watched it.
It's like a sort of screwball bass opera, but it has a character just like this. She looks and acts just like her, and she's got that same sort of mysterious past. And that was almost certainly what they were channeling in this game. But I think that show is a little bit more obscure over here.
Yeah, I'm not. The only alien shows I know is the Yurushi Yatsura and the one with that angel that like kills people with the giant battle axe and then makes them come back to life afterwards.
Yeah.
I forgot what that one was.
I don't know.
It's
God, I
been
think
so long.
I've heard about that one.
It was famous in the early 2000s because it was all used in like AMVs and stuff like AMV Hell. But it's been so long I can't remember the name of it. But it was that one and the big popular ones, that and Azumanga Daioh, which is actually one of my favorite animes as well.
Man, all these names I haven't heard in 20 plus years.
I think the crazy one was like Bludgeoning Angel Dokuro-chan or something like that.
I think that's it. That's the name. That's the one I think.
Oh god, I remember watching it in like anime club in college and just being like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, it's pretty insane. I haven't watched it in like almost a decade myself, but that one is really good. I think that one's another rewatch. But right now I'm trying to get through the Index series. If any of you guys watch that, it's the magical.
Is it like that scientific railgun, certain scientific railgun show?
Yeah, that's the main show of the spin-off for Railgun. It's really good.
I watched the first episode of that the other day, actually. I think it was on Hulu, maybe, and it was okay. It wasn't bad. I guess I wouldn't mind watching an episode 2. I think I just didn't have time at the time to watch the next episode.
No, that's fair. Railgun is really good. That's what my roommate got into, and he was like, "Hey, check out the series." Like, okay, we'll watch it. So, I'm going through Index, and once we're finished with the season, we're gonna start Railgun, because it's like apparently the first season of Railgun takes place like in the beginning of Index, so it's sort of like a prequel sort of thing. So we're gonna watch that, and I'll let you guys know what I think of that when I watch it. But I've heard the Railgun series is really good.
Being
But
a
yeah.
basic kid and trying to watch Cowboy Bebop for the first time.
Oh.
Speaking of that, R.I.P.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was like a really defining. Oh, wait, not the Netflix one that got canceled.
Watch the original.
Oh, it's a goodie.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's like, oh, Cowboy Bebop, my favorite anime. I have not watched it either. I am watching an kind of old, I mean, not 90s anime, but I guess it's practically a classic at this point, but Full Metal Alchemist, the original one, not Brotherhood.
Interesting.
I had watched a lot of that back in college, and I mean, it was probably the show that made me really love anime. I didn't really start having anime on my radar until Full Metal Alchemist in college, and I never finished it though. So it's on Netflix, so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna finish Full Metal Alchemist. Here we go. And
It's over. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
oh yeah, so I started watching it, and then just a couple days ago, Netflix started putting this little bug at the top of the screen saying this show is leaving Netflix December 31st. I'm like, no, why? I'm never gonna get to finish the show. I have to like speed run the show. I'm like 20 episodes into it.
How many are there?
51, I think, about 51. It's a really good show. I love it. But yeah, it is kind of long. Super cool though.
I have to say, as much as I don't like Full Metal Alchemist, the music is the most fire of all time. Like,
I love the music in
there
that
literally
anime.
is no bad openings in that anime, and the soundtrack's phenomenal. Like, I'm a proponent. Like,
Brothers song. The song is called Brothers. It's like, I mean, it's practically the main theme of the show. It's so good. I love it.
Yeah, really good. But yeah, I honestly I want to rewatch the original again. I watched Brotherhood and it was alright. I know it follows more the manga better, but like I don't know. I kind of just want to take a break because I watched it a couple times already. So it's like,
Sure.
I'm good. I want to change it up a bit. But it's what I grew up watching though on like Adult Swim.
The manga is awesome. I don't like the anime.
Brotherhood,
Full
the
Metal
original or
Alchemist?
both?
Oh,
Oh.
I
Fair.
just picture the brother in the suit. I pictured his voice very different, like a guy, like an echo in a hollow suit of armor, and it's just this little kid. Well, he.
I mean, they do apply an echo effect to the dub, the English dub at least in the anime. I think they do in the Japanese dub as well.
Wait, what?
So they do apply the dub, but I mean that's the thing about about dubs, about localizations and whatnot, is because I mean everybody's going to have their own kind of idea of how something's going to sound, and you've got to settle on one voice. So you just do the best you can.
Yeah, to an extent, that was a challenge for me, having played this game in Japanese so many times over the last 14 years, was trying to divorce myself from the idea I already had in my head, especially for the navigators that I use a lot, like Cologne Steiner and Naira. Naira was pretty close, I think. Our English Rachel, who did the voice of Naira, I think she was actually very close to the Japanese, but with Cologne, obviously we had to go a very different direction because of the nature of the character. So I had to really it took like a week of playing as the character, then almost like flicking a switch. All of a sudden, I like crossed some threshold where now every time I heard the English voice, I was like, oh yeah, that's totally her. But it took a while. With Kina, it was easy because I never used Kina.
Fair. Yeah, I really just liked how you guys interpreted her as a German character, especially with how Germanic her design looked. Like it looked like right out of the.
And the name Steiner, we kind of.
Yeah.
Even though it's not like we consistently like read into the names, we just figured, yeah, if you got to do something, there is some logic to doing it this way.
The only thing I would have done differently is maybe spell her first name as Cologne, like the city, and not colon, like the body part.
Like Köln, K-O-L-N.
No, it's a currency. All of the first names are world currencies. Cologne is the currency of Colombia, and I think at least one other country, but it's named after Christopher Columbus.
Yeah, the city is written different than that. So yeah, be upward.
That makes.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't just randomly land on. Yeah, her name should be Colon.
Yeah.
Colon.
But yeah, no, I really appreciate that you guys doing that. That was really cool. And almost.
So how was it now? Was it without lock on? Fight this one.
Very easy. Like I was literally able to target each body part, and like it was nothing. It's like okay, eat them for breakfast. Yum.
Yeah, shout out to Anthony, I would say, yeah?
Yep, thank you, Night of Dragon, for doing that and making the trolls really good.
Yeah,
yes, thank you tonight for everything he's done for us.
Can't stress enough how good this game feels with the twin stick. I feel like I have a neural link with the game when I'm playing with that thing. It's just so good. Yeah, I mean, because it's kind of funny. The twin stick kind of accidentally ended up being a streamlined version of a 2021 era like modern controller because
go left at that fork. Don't go right.
Yeah, no, I was trying to kill those things.
Oh, okay.
I forgot.
I just hate that they need to be so expensive, and that there are several Saturn Repro controllers, and one even has an analog stick, but it's just a glorified D-pad, and there's no twin stick solution, like just a control pad that's basically a twin stick and a 3D pad in one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you know, the twin stick itself registers as a regular Saturn pad that just has a weird button layout. So in theory, every Saturn game will recognize it. The layout will just be awful, you know, like it'll be super random. Like the right trigger will be whatever, like go forward, and the left button will be go left, you know. So and so like technically you could play this game with the twin stick before, which was a terrible experience. So we were just shuffling the button layout, and it basically controls pretty close to a modern 3D game. Not identically, but pretty close given how old this game is.
Yeah, Trekkies. I go around for like $70, $80. I've seen on eBay.
Okay, that's how you do it. I wouldn't let me stand still. I just want to figure out how to do that. Wait, what were we saying about price for stuff for the twin stick?
I've seen on eBay the twin sticks go for about $70, maybe $100 if you want it boxed.
I paid $60 for mine from Yahoo Auction Japan, with most of the pricing being shipping. Cause I literally bought it boxed for like $20-$30, I think. I forgot exactly what the exact price was, but it was fairly cheap from what I remembered. But the thing is that the shipping's what's gonna kill you, so.
Yeah, it's like that's not terrible. Like the games that support it are really fun. I just wish there were more. So I'm really glad that it worked out with Bulk Slash, because that's like, there were only 4 games. Let's see, 4 games that supported it before. So now we've in one fell swoop increased compatibility with it. Yeah. So
you guys did it.
It'd be nice if like I'm curious to see what other games might make sense with the twin stick.
Honestly, some people would say Quake or like all the Unreal games in Quake, but it's like I don't know if that'd be comfortable.
There's a third-person mech shooter called Amok. I don't know if it's any good.
Oh yeah, that's the one by Scavenger, which we did a podcast on. Shameless plug. But yeah, that one's pretty fun. It's all right. Maybe that one would be kind of interesting to try out.
There's a first-person cockpit game called Daedalus something.
Gotcha. Am I going the right elevator, or is this the wrong one?
I think you're good. Yeah.
Yeah, down. Okay.
There's only one, but you have to check out. You have to select this.
I just want to make sure I wasn't messing up.
It says down in front of the elevator, and so you always want to be going down. You want to go deeper into this weapons facility.
Oh, I'm missing a key. What the heck?
Yeah, you must be missing a key. Sorry, I looked away for a second because I was looking at Twitter, so I don't know which key you missed.
I thought I got a key. That's weird. It looks like it's on this floor.
Yeah, ask your navigator. She might be able to direct you.
She's not telling me jack.
Oh, I guess not.
Maybe it's not on this floor. Maybe I have to go up.
Keep hugging the right wall. That's the trick to this floor, by the way. Keep hugging. No, don't go left. Hug the right wall.
Yeah, doing the right. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the trick to this level, is when you start out on this particular floor, you just hug the left wall, and you'll get the key, and you'll eventually get to the elevator. So right now you're going backwards. You want to hug the right wall. It looks like you probably got the key on this floor, so you're missing a key from a different floor.
Yeah. Yeah. If you want, I put the information on the. I put the stream on the OBS. So I just want to see an up-to-date one. Okay. Yeah. There we go. I didn't miss the key in here. Oh, it's right there. I'm dumb. Ignore my dumbness.
You could advertise the game like that, increasing twin stick compatibility by 25%.
Exactly.
Yeah, something else I'm curious about and don't have the know-how to really investigate is the potential to create something somewhere that makes analog control sources work as a digital input device, like the mission stick, which is like a flight sim stick. If you could get that to work with games that have digital input only, it would still be cool for some games. Like Stellar Assault is a really cool, first-person space shooter that I thought supported the mission stick when I bought it, and it turns out it doesn't. And I was really disappointed. And I'm like, yeah, I feel like even if it didn't have analog control, if you just dumb down the mission stick to 8 directional inputs, I think it would still be a cool way to play the game. But I don't know what would be involved in that.
There was this space shooter which had every button has double functions, and you have to switch between 2 layouts, and it also came out on PC, and I don't know if that would be a good fit for the twin stick. I forgot the name. I tested it once, and it was pretty hard to control.
They do not want to hold still. Come down here and let me fight you with my Bezier blaster. There we go. Perfect. Also, did you? I remember, didn't you say like a lot of voice actors had issues saying the Bezier blaster, didn't know what it was supposed to be?
Yeah, we had to like teach every single one how to pronounce Bezier blaster, which I don't blame them. It's a weird word.
Oh yeah, I remember asking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just got into the habit with every single one of these sessions having to explain what Bezier was.
It's a blaster, that's Bezier.
I actually found that funny.
Well, that's another one of those things that, if this were an official localization, I probably would have gone to the original dev team and been like, hey, this doesn't exactly roll off the tongue. What if we called it like Proton Blaster or Arc Cannon or something? Something that's a little bit more front of mind for.
Those are both good names.
Gamers in the Anglosphere. Yeah.
Like I was always saying, how the fire blaster should be the flamethrower.
Go straight.
Yeah, well, the Fire Blaster, Flamethrower. The weird one is Napalm Blaster, which has nothing to do with napalm, which is probably good.
Right.
Yeah, you don't want to.
It was like a fad back then. Do you remember Twisted Metal had a napalm weapon, and it was like a thing for a while. But in this game, it's particularly weird because it has it's an electric spread shot. So
Yeah, it's really bizarre.
Izzy was a French guy who was really into curves.
Go straight.
Yeah.
Go straight.
Yeah, the Bezier curve. One of the many things I learned in the process of this project. I couldn't explain it in any intelligent way. It's a type of curve.
That Bezier's.
They probably just picked it because it sounds like a cool word.
Yeah, I mean, the programmers who worked on this game probably learned about it in a math class or something.
No, the blaster works with a Bezier curve. Like the arc of the shot is
right.
Yeah, we figured this is a to a programmer more front of mind, and they probably just named it after the thing that they used to make the weapon. Although it is that's like breaking the fourth wall, isn't it?
A little bit.
Target destroyed.
I should probably heal up. I forgot to do that.
I really like.
I was about to say.
I couldn't tell you how a Bezier curve works. I only use it a lot in Blender.
Behind us.
Was that Knight of Dragon just now who was trying to say something?
Yeah, I was trying to get through that. It's something you learn very early in computer science, Bezier curves.
Yeah.
I have a degree and I never really heard of those before. Probably forgot about them.
Is it specifically something that comes up in the context of making graphics, or does it have some broader relevance?
You could use it in anything that deals with curves. It doesn't have to be just graphics.
Let's see. Yeah, that's a very inside baseball name for a thing.
But in the effort of preservation, they called it Bezier in the original Japanese version of Bulk Slash, so I mean, we stuck with it.
Yeah, I think realistically, those are the kinds of things that a localization team would go to they would propose something else.
You should have went the Bill Clinton blaster, personally.
Just as a 90s reference, or
no, it's just a joke. The fact that they working designers renamed everything.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. You mentioned that earlier. That's the thing is I haven't played a lot of Working Designs games. The only one I've played is Silhouette Mirage, and I was so disgusted with the tweaks to the game balance that I shelved it.
Makes you sick.
Yeah, I guess they see that's the kind of thing that's tricky. And back then, I feel like localization teams or staff, I think that they had a lot less access to the actual creators, and so they had to make a lot of executive decisions on their own in sort of a vacuum. And I think that, like, as in the name of trying to make something that sounds natural, I think they may have overstepped. Or they may have overextended a little, and you end up with things that are very of their time, and sometimes I think clash with the setting that the creators painstakingly created. Although, games in general, I think, took themselves less seriously back then too. I was playing Wackenroder. I guess it was like 2 years ago already. And there's like a bunch of characters in that game that are named after just like I guess musicians that the creators like. There's a character named Fatboy Slim.
Jeez. That's some JoJo
really
stuff right there.
Yeah. Although they did work it into his character. He's like a slim guy, and if you hit him, he like blows up like a balloon.
Fair.
The master of the main character in Samurai Showdown is named Caffeine Nicotine because the boss of the dev team smoked a lot of cigarettes and drank a lot of coffee, so they just named the master Caffeine Nicotine.
Perfect. That's probably the two easiest words to say in German though. Caffeine, nicotine.
Caffeine, nicotine.
Literally the easiest two German words. Congrats. Welcome to German School 101. I'm your teacher, Patrick. You teach some German. Very poorly.
You should do full German language episodes of the SHIRO show.
Oh boy, I can't wait to stumble like halfway through and be like, yeah, I can't do this anymore. I have no idea what's going on anymore.
Ist da die große Krabbe? Nein,
Nein, es ist nicht die Krabbe. Ist Mayonnaise auch ein Instrument? Nein, Patrick, Mayonnaise ist kein Instrument. Mirettes ist auch kein Instrument. Wunderbar, so niemand hat Ahnung von Musik gespielt.
You sound quite fluent. I didn't realize you were.
I literally just directly quoted SpongeBob. That was the scene, when Patrick said, "Is mayonnaise an instrument?" No, Patrick, mayonnaise is not. That literally is that in German.
How do you pronounce the word SpongeBob in German?
SpongeBob Schwammkopf. This is his name in German.
Nice.
Schwammkopf.
Yep,
is that
swim
something
pants.
Head?
Swim head. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, see,
It's
they
actually-
localized pants to head.
Yeah, it's. I guess Schwammhosen didn't sound as good. All right, time for this cheap strategy, boys.
Swim head.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why they just go Schwammhosen, which sounds okay.
I think with SpongeBob Schwammkopf sounds a little bit better in German. Like nation.
It's just a feel thing, right? Like there's like, how do you explain that there's like sort of
slice it. I forgot.
A cultural tradition of calling someone so-and-so pants. That's not even like a common tradition, but it is, like, I've heard it. I think it was a thing that happened once in a while, even before SpongeBob.
So I call this strategy that Pat is using the burn tent strategy, because I think he's the one who's figured it out and suggested it. And it's pretty good.
Oh my god, the sword.
Was it Mompus? Did Mompus figure it out?
Was it you? Because I figured it out because I was trying to figure out if this was like an infinite hallway.
Maybe you both figured it out kind of independently.
Wow, that is too funny, because I did it independently as well.
Nice.
Everyone's just trying to cheap out.
I just set my throttle at 25%, and I just hammer away at the middle of that thing, just shooting in plane mode, and it eventually dies.
You wouldn't believe how hard I make it for myself every time. I'm like trying to get the perfect bomb lob that detonates all of the bombs in the hallway perfectly so that it kills them in one shot.
Do you realize what you're about to do?
Here we go. So this is Luzine as Reason, and
Chris,
Jonathan
you know what
Boncher
we've been
as,
through. The persecution
as
that's
Chris,
been
our
wrought
player
upon the
character.
people of Blau, including me.
If we're ever to change this world, we need a leader with strong ideals and a chosen people to rule at his side.
You're wrong, Reason. Creating a better society takes mutual respect and an ongoing drive toward a higher moral standard.
If that had worked, we wouldn't be here right now. This is a holy war. It's going to change everything.
A holy war? This? Taking millions of people hostage and using fear to get what you want? What you're doing is terrorism, plain and simple.
Stop it! Don't you understand? Why would you stand against me? Aren't you the Chris I grew up with?
Sure am. And you're Rezen Lavia. Don't forget that. The same Rezen Lavia who loved sitting in the shade of that old oak tree and reading me poetry. The kind of person who would never do this.
Yes. I am Rezen Lavia. Acting Commander of the Gardner Army's 1st Special Air Squadron. Lieutenant Rezen Lavia. Sworn enemy to your kind!
Reason.
I just want to pause that so I can lower the volume down on the thing and not die horrendously. This battle's kind of tough.
Good luck. Use that fire blaster liberally on this boss.
The secret for the first phase is stay in walker mode.
Yup. Definitely.
Sounds good. Spam and fire mode it is.
They put so much work into the boss designs in this game, and I feel like it's so frantic and the draw distance is so bad that you really have to go out of your way to get a really good look at them. But there's so
hard to
much
appreciate,
detail,
yeah.
and so many cool moving parts and like interesting graphical effects. Like if you've played through this a few times, try to like I recommend people try to like slow down their flight speed and actually get a good look at what's going on with the bosses. Like the ship in stage 4 that you break apart piece by piece, it has so many different moving parts and it evolves as you break off each part. It's not like you just break off a part and then it loses that part. It's like you break off a part and so it reacts by like unveiling a new weapon.
I can't remember. Is there another phase of this or?
Some of the people who worked on it. Oh yeah, no, you won. You won the game.
Good.
This game was made by a lot of the team members who worked on like Thunder Force 4. So, and you can feel a lot of the DNA from that game in this. From like the whole like you get a few stages to select from to begin, and then you beat them, and you get a few more stages to select from, and then you get the last level. And then the way just the bosses are designed to be this intricate. These crazy machines. You can really feel that they tried to make Thunder Force in 3D, and it's very cool.
I just want to hear CrouchingMouse's voice line real quick. They play it. Oh, I need to leave the room, don't I?
Yeah, you need to leave the room to that door on the left and input the password to disable the Spätfest super weapon.
Sure.
Doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah, what to do with this phrase Spätfest? It seems like it doesn't ring any bells for the German contingent, so we just kind of left it as is.
Chris, there's this medicine you can take
Spatfest, which
so
you know
you
is
don't
like a fight.
cry.
What?
No, it's like a late festival, but
Yeah, it's like an after party, pretty much. I think I would translate it as after party. I think we talked about that a little bit early in this project.
I think the after party is a great name for a weapon of mass destruction.
But here's a
Military Federation Army
really know
broke their
what they're
silence
doing.
and sprang
Pandemonium with
to
his,
action,
his
dispatching what remained of Gardner's forces. Alois Gardner was discovered following a suicide attempt in his private quarters, while Gehalt, his trusted confidant, was shot dead by a Federation special unit. Thus ended the ambitions of one Alois Gardner.
What's your problem?
Next time you pick on Margaret, there'll be trouble.
I'm telling my dad on you. We're not gonna play with you anymore.
If anyone picks on you, I'll always come to your rescue, Rizen. I swear it.
Undeserved happy ending.
There we go. Wait, it doesn't play her ending, or that's weird. Oh, it's credits. Yeah,
Source of great consternation over the last week. So I apologize that all we've got is the Japanese staff's credits. Again, we don't have the localization team's credits, but you know what? At least they look good, and it doesn't crash. So I'm happy.
I had to say, I don't appreciate you lying to me. You said you didn't use the original music. That obviously was the original music. Like, don't lie to me, man. It's not cool. Like, holy
I'm
crap.
glad it sounded real close to you. I appreciate that.
Like, dang, like, it sounds exactly like I'd imagine it. Like, this sounds like, hits just right. But yeah, no, it's really cool that you guys actually added the Japanese cast in here and just kept the Japanese one. But I'd love to see the other one, the other dub, the other crits as well, if you guys were able to get that in there.
Well, it is in the README that is included with the patch, so people can view it there. It's also in the manual that I spent a long time paginating in both in a US format, so people can see our credits in there.
Nice.
You didn't get the ending.
Oh wait, you didn't get the ending?
Brutal. No, you didn't get Kina's ending.
How do you get the ending? What, like, how many points do you need?
I think you have to get a certain like affinity level with her. I think you have to level her up, and I forget off the top of my head how you level her affinity up. Do you remember, Lacquerware? Maybe not.
Maybe not. But at least I get this cool picture of her. So I guess that's better
you
than
got
nothing.
to level 2, so you get a little visual bonus image of her no matter what.
Right, and I think it crashed. Oh, never mind. Name entry. Okay, sorry. It loads faster on the casting side than my side because I have a 1440p monitor and it goes to 1080p in there, so it has some issues getting that. Let's see, what name should we do? Why don't we go with a classic? Classic name. Perfect.
I like that name.
Oh, she liked the name. Oh, sweet. Thank you for liking the name, CrouchingMouse. But yeah, no, I think about I think we can get to play the video. Yeah, if you guys want to send me the video real quick link, I can play that before we head out. If my screen doesn't keep seizing up on me.
Crazy right now, Sensigolo just dropped his newest patch during the show.
Wait, what?
Sensigolo just dropped his newest patch while we were streaming.
Oh, for his adventure game? That's cool.
Yeah, for the Game Gear Tales game.
Almost lost the mic there for a second. Not good. Do you guys have a link to the video of that I can play on the stream real quick for her ending? Just so I can just show it off.
I don't know if we have it online.
I will provide it. Wait a second.
Okay.
I got you. Let me know. We'll play that real quick, then we'll head out. But yeah, we'd like to show the ending on the stream before we go. I felt bad. I didn't know how to raise her affinity. I should have researched more before coming on the stream. I apologize to you, CrouchingMouse. I am
Oh,
sorry.
it's no problem.
I think that that Lacquerware is working on a story that an article that can go up onto the SHIRO website soon, and I think it's going to have some gameplay tips and some hints on how to raise each navigator's affinity, because each navigator has different criteria for raising their affinity, and it's not said in the manual, and it's not obvious in the game. It's kind of like something you're supposed to figure out yourself.
Yeah, actually, a little something to look forward to post-launch. Basically, I had written up a bunch of stuff for the README that we deemed too granular for the README, so we cut it. But since we've talked in the past about doing some follow-up dev blogs on the SHIRO blog, I thought I would include it in there. But basically, I found some old Bulk Slash website in Japanese that seems to be the sole source of arcane Bulk Slash knowledge, including the specific criteria that each navigator like to help level them up faster. So I translated that, so yeah, we'll put that up on your blog if you're still down to do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then,
I want to see all, like, I forgot to mention on the show that the content is not ended. The Bulk Slash stuff is not ended with SHIRO. We still have Black. We're going to put on some awesome content on the blog as well that we'll be talking about on the show as well. So get ready for that. But I think we loaded up the video of Kina's ending. So let's play that real quick before we head out.
A shooting star! Mommy, Daddy, that was a shooting star! I never saw one before!
Really? That's great!
Gee, Mana, you sure love wearing that thing around.
Oh, Mana, I can't get her to wear anything else.
That's because these clothes smell like you, Mommy.
Oops, I think I had the volume up. I want to play that one more time because I actually had the Elgato up. Let me redo that. I'm sorry, guys.
A shooting star!
I don't know, I could hear it on
That
stream.
was a shooting star! I never saw one before!
Really? That's great!
Gee, Mana, you sure love wearing that thing around.
Oh, Mana, I can't get her to wear anything else.
That's because these clothes smell like you, Mommy.
Wow, that... Oh, no, don't want to play that a third time. That was absolutely the sweetest thing ever. That was a sweet ending.
quick shout out to Cargo Din, who we have not had on here, but Cargo Din did the voice of adult Kina in that clip. She also does a computer voice at the very end of the game.
Yeah, when you beat Risen, like for her second form, you beat that last boss, and after they have their little the dialogue between Risen and Chris, if you listen closely, you can hear kind of a computerish sounding voice. It's a female voice saying "final password accepted," and that's Cargo Dim. So thank you to her for lending her voice to a couple of lines.
That's really awesome. Dang, that was a really sweet ending. I think that might be my favorite ending so far of all of these.
Wholesome.
Yeah, it was very wholesome.
Yes.
I do like the ending. The ending with I think it's Rupia's one, the one that we're in, right? Or is that somebody else's?
This is the opening cinematic.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm talking about Rupia's, the one that we're in. The me and Dave are in.
Yeah.
Oh, that you play
you are.
roles in. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that one I'm also partial to, but I'm definitely not biased on that one.
Why don't we play that one? Because you're in it.
Sure, let's do that real quick. So, see my voice acting debut on stream. Let's see, where Rupia? There we go.
I kind of want to hear the Lyra ending too, since we're since the development team's in that one.
Oh yeah, wait. I just did the Lyra one, didn't I?
No, you're doing the Kina.
Oh, the Kina. Sorry, I'll do that one as well afterwards. Give me a second. I'll put the video back up. There we go. See if you can find me and Dave in it.
Smells like closing time. Crowd's starting to thin out, too. Well, shall we then?
The hell? What's all this smoke? Watch out!
I am sorry, Chris, but I just can't resist the appeal of the steel. Well, long as he don't find out, I've got nothing to worry.
That one's really good actually too.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Pat, are you the guy that's yelling out "Watch out"?
Yeah, that's me. I sent like 12 different takes of it, like some with different voices and stuff. But I guess you just went with that one as well. I just want to send as many as I could to see. Okay, I don't like that one. Okay, that one's good.
Shout out to Diana in the chat, by the way, who did an awesome job as Rupia.
Shout out. Oh, she's in the chat right now?
Yeah, Diana
Shouts
might.
out. Oh, let me lower this real quick. Let me show it. Shouts out. Look out. Yes, thank you very much for doing that. Great voice acting work. Amazing. All right, so we do was it not? You said it was Naira, right? That
Lyra.
Was that Lyra?
Yeah.
Lyra, L-I-R-A.
Lyra, it's Lyra. Oh, it's labeled Lyra. Sorry, that's why I couldn't see it. Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's they mixed up the L's and R's a little in the game, and we had to fix that.
Yeah, we fixed it.
It's Lira, the Italian. It's quaint now since the euro has been around forever, but it was the Italian currency at the time.
That works. Let's go play that one real quick. Oh, there we go.
Is that the concert venue over there?
Yep, that's it. Let me see that mic for a sec. Hey, everyone! Thanks for waiting. It's your favorite superstar, Lyra Hart. Gather round, everyone.
Isn't this a bit much?
Hey, jerk, you can't hog Lyra all to yourself.
Sorry. What can I say? That's what happens when you're the galaxy's #1 star.
That was really good. I definitely
Oh my
noticed,
gosh.
I definitely noticed a few different people in there in the chat right now. I know Lackware.
Yeah.
Definitely heard that.
Those are cute.
Her performance makes it. Her performance just makes it.
Yeah, Aaron did a great job.
Yeah, no. I definitely wish we would show that on the stream.
Yeah, these endings are a nice treat for getting through the game. They are.
For sure, yeah, definitely. Yeah, but I think. Oh, look, I even have that as end credit. That's about it for this stream. I forgot to shout our patrons, so I'm gonna do that right now at the end of this. So sorry about that, patrons. Crazy thing, but you're gonna get something amazing coming up in a couple days. Should I? I don't know. Should I talk about that or should I surprise them?
Yeah.
All right, so we actually have a video we're working on, SHIRO, me and Nick, Pandemonium, and that's going to be out probably next week or sometime next week. So look forward to that. It's a great video. It's about 25 minutes long.
Wow.
It's going to be very, very informative in terms of the game, the history of it, and just in general, the voice acting work, the twin stick supports, and all the cool stuff and all in between of it. So I definitely recommend waiting for that to drop. It'll have a lot more info. Well, actually, it won't have a lot more info. It's more condensed to what was today, and more of a, I guess, a more condensed form. I know these guys helped us looking at the script, so I thank you guys for that. I definitely ran into a bunch of issues that you guys noticed before we sent it out. So I think the funniest one is the one that you left, Lack, where it's like, what about Eco?
Oh yeah, yeah, that's a good escort mission.
Yeah, and I had Nick. I added the line after that. What about Eco? And it's like the sorry Eco. So that one's in there. I'm not gonna give it the context. You'll see it when it drops. I'm gonna try to get it a day or two early for the patrons, and then drop it officially maybe 2 days after that. We're still trying to work out the details. We need to it's in the editing stages. We got all the footage. I just sent actually the last footage this morning out of the third patch to Nick, so it'll hopefully be edited fairly soon, and you guys will see that. And it's going to be a fun video. Hope you guys enjoy it. It's a lot of work. But
thank you guys for doing that. I really appreciate it. I can't wait to see it. That should be really cool.
Yeah, for sure. It was a lot of fun to work on. I think it's probably our best video so far, At least the one that, in terms of the one I made. I know Nick has done better ones, but in terms of the SHIRO stuff, it's the best one that I was involved with so far. So hopefully that says a lot of what's coming, especially with a lot of the camera work I did and some of the gameplay capture stuff. So I can't wait to see how that turned out, what Nick did. I am really excited, and he's going to add his own Pandemonium touch to it as well. So there's also that to look forward to. You get technically a short Pandemonium video with Patrick sprinkled in, which is either a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how you look at it.
Bonus Panda.
Exactly. So we'll see. We'll see with that. But do you guys want to say anything before we head it out? Nice shout out the patrons.
Yeah, quick. Just people who are trying out this patch, if you do, just any feedback in general, I'm very eager to hear. Feel free to tag me. I don't know if the other guys on the team are also open to being tagged with stuff like that. Just feedback in general. And also, you could use the hashtag bulk/English. Just to increase visibility a little bit. If you encounter weird bugs and other stuff, let us know about those too. We are investigating the possibility of a follow-up update. So, if any feedback we get that seems addressable, we will certainly try our best. We really hope you guys like this. We hope this helps people enjoy this game. It's just it's a great game, and if it helps people enjoy this great game, then mission accomplished.
Rock and roll. CrouchingMouse, did you have anything that you want to share out? Any info, voice reel demos, Twitter handles you want to shout out before we head out as well?
Sure. First of all, thanks for having me on. I had a great time. I guess if you want to follow me on Twitter, I'm crouching_mouse. Also, if it's okay, can I shout out a game I was in recently?
Yeah, go for it. Absolutely. That's what this platform's here for.
Yeah. So my friend came out with a visual novel recently called Women of Xal. That's Xal with an X. It's like a kind of a political thriller. It's got a big cast of people of color and lots of women, and it's really cool. And I was able to voice one of the main characters, Naxia. So yeah, if you're into that kind of thing, please check it out.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah. Where do we find that?
I think it's on Steam and itch.io.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Yeah, let me if you could send me all that info in a Discord message, I'll throw it in the video description when I cut these all up and put them in the video, because I've done the bulk slash thing. I don't know if you've seen it, where we had all the navigators. I'll have all that in there and add it to this video in the post thing, so we can have everything that you want. And actually include the game link too, because I think people here are big visual novel fans, so they'd really appreciate to try that one out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sounds good. All right. So I guess before we go, I'll shout out our patrons. We've got Emerald Nova, Johannes Fetz, Derek Pasquilla, Momphis, Tanuki Trev, Youngmei Sui, or our $10 and plus up patrons. So they get shouted on the show each time. And if you give us $10 or more, if you back us, or I guess or you give us $10 or more on Patreon, you'll get shouted on each SHIRO show. And then you get a bunch of other perks as well. Above $20, you get to be on a podcast every quarter. You get merchandise at cost, so you won't pay anything. It's there for you. You can pay that because you're already supporting us on Patreon. And if you don't want to support us on Patreon, check out our Threadless store. We have some awesome shirts. We had a new design actually that on our Threadless store. I don't think I'll have time to pull it up right now, but it's our Sofia shirts. So I know a lot of people were a fan of that shirt. Let me.
Design's so good. Saturn Dave did such a good job.
What page? There we go. So this is the Sofia Collection. So it's art of our new mascot Sofia. Dave put that together. He did an amazing job. The idea came basically, I was asking Dave, hey, I kind of want a cool anime-esque shirt to wear around, and I wanted to get an anime shirt commissioned from some people in the community. He's like, don't worry, dude, I can do it. And I was like, okay. So I was waiting, and he sent me this rough sketch, and I literally had to stop what I'm doing because I was breathless at what he was working on. It was insane. insane. And I was like, absolutely. And
really good.
over the course of a couple months, he made some shirts for them. So you can get it any color you like, but we kind of recommend black, purple, or white for the pink design. But yeah, there's a lot. We also have it on mugs. I'm not sure if we should do prints or not. Would you got anybody be interested in posters or prints for that? I probably could add those to there if you want that as well. But
I'd be interested in that.
Sounds good. I'll talk to Dave and we'll get something put up for that. But besides that, another thing to help us out is sharing us out. We know we got like over 50 viewers today, which is insane. So thank you for that. Thank you guys for sharing us out. We stream weekly for those that are new here. We are the SHIRO Show. We stream weekly Saturn news every Friday at about 2:30 p.m. PST. We stream a bunch of Saturn news. We do a gameplay stream. Currently, we've been playing a Sakura Wars, so I'm trying to get through that game. It's one of my goals for 2021 is to get through that game. Probably not going to make it, but I'm working on it. Slowly going through that. I want to beat that one because I beat the 2020 version this year. But yeah, besides that, I think that's about it. Any of you guys have any last words or shouts out before we head out?
Just thanks once again to everyone who contributed to this project, all of the actors, all of the dev staff, all the people that gave us little tips along the way, and you guys at the SHIRO Show for giving us a platform. I'm just so thankful. You know, this started off at what I think was a pretty dark time for a lot of people, myself included, and it definitely was a major source of light. And I'm just really grateful that this happened at all.
Yeah, no, I'm very thankful for you guys for bringing this to us. It really means a lot that you'd let us play this every week and show it off and show the fans off. I know people want to play this game. They're loving it. And hopefully now as we speak, people have hopped off, not for the worst, but to play your patch. So, I mean, you crashed our website. I mean, listen, if that's not a testament to what you've done here, I don't know what is. Like, I literally have no way to thank you. Like, that's the biggest thank you I could ever give to someone is you crashed our website. Like, I mean, I'm sorry, that's the best I can do, but like, thank you so much, guys. I love each and every one of you guys. All the voice actresses, all you people working on the patch, people that tested it, did all the work, implemented the twin sticks. Thank you, Based Night of Dragon. I love you. The papers for the marriage are in the paper, Night of Dragon, so hopefully you'll sign those and we can live happily ever after. But yeah, no, thank you very much, guys, for watching, and remember, you must play Sega Saturn. Actually, CrouchingMouse, you're still here, right? Or did you head out?
Oh no, I'm here. Can
did you want to do you just want to say you must play Sega Saturn and what's her Rika's voice?
Sure, I could give it a shot.
Sounds good.
All right, here.
You must play Sega Saturn.
Oh man.
Sorry.
That was awesome. That was perfect.
Yeah.